Hi there, and welcome to this bonus episode of the Gazette's Hockey Inside Out Show. I'm Stu Count of the Gazette, joined by former Canadiens teammates and Stanley Cup champions, Chris Nyland and Rick Green. Knuckles, I think you like Michael Pezzetta. He's been a healthy scratch 13 of the first 16 games. Are you surprised by that?
No. I wonder how this coach views players that play that role. I really do. Listen, there's been other guys on this team have not played well, okay, have made mistakes, have had a tough time. I know Logan Mailloux is down in the minors now. I'm surprised he didn't send Abba, to be honest with you. And we've seen how he's handled Abba Jackai. And listen, you don't have carte blanche as a kid coming in here, learning that position, and just do what you want. I don't think Abba does that. I think that kid needs direction. He needs help. The same with Pezzetta. Now, you can bet your ass if something happens in a game, say they're in Philly and they act up, or any team, and something bad happens, the next time they play that team, he'll be in the lineup. But listen, I don't think he believes that this kid can help the team. And he's a guy you could put out there in the fourth line situation, and he'll go out. He's going to hit. He's going to go to the net. He's going to create some havoc out there. And they need that on a lot of nights. And, games when they're down fucking 5-0, 4-0, here you go, kid. Go get them. And they haven't used them. So I'm not surprised. I wish I'd see him in the lineup more, at least get an opportunity. I don't know when that'll be, but just the way he's dealt with Abba and now with Pezzetta, I just don't know if he thinks these players can be of any help to his team. And I don't know.
What do you think, Rick?
Yeah, I agree with you, Nux. I mean, obviously the coach has the final say on who he puts in and who he takes out. And I guess he feels that he doesn't need that toughness up front. He's got it back there with Jackai on the blue line, but up front he wants to go with skill. And look at he's a piece that would do really well on the fourth line as a catalyst that's going to get in there, maybe stir up a little bit of action and wake up the rest of the guys from the standpoint of I'm getting involved. I'm going to do whatever I've got to do to stay in the lineup, whether it's to fight somebody or knock somebody over. He's going to do that, and unfortunately, he's not given that opportunity, obviously, with how many games that he's played. And I don't know, his time maybe is limited here for his opportunity to play. But I wish I could see him in the lineup because I think he could bring a little bit of juice and energy and cause a lot more havoc in the offensive zone with his physical play and his desire to get involved and pay the price to make the difference with his aggressive play.
I mean, he's a great guy and a fantastic teammate. He won't complain, but that's got to be tough when you sit that many games and then if or when he does eventually get. I mean, last year, Knuckles, he led the team in hits despite being a healthy scratch, like 21 games. And it was interesting when the Canadiens played in Toronto, before Max Pacioretty got hurt in that game, Max Pacioretty was leading the Leafs in hits. He also had more hits than anybody on the team.
I saw him. I was shocked.
I think that speaks volumes, right? Knuckles, this Canadiens team is just not very physical.
No, they're not. And again, Pezzetta, you're going to get that from him. God, I'd love to see him get. I thought that he might get in on the road. Okay, you're not going to play him at home? Play him on the road. You need some, life. Is he the type of guy that can drag the rest of the team in the fight? Yeah, in a certain sense, he can. And, if a team is, and we've seen it all too many times this year, they get behind the 8 ball right away. Let him loose. Let him go start some shit and drag the rest of them into the shit. I remember going into Boston. I never hesitated. I'm like, we can't wait to see how the rest of this clan is going to react tonight. I have to go and do something. And if I do something, I'm going to piss everybody on the other team off. But when my teammates see that, they better be goddamn ready, because they're going to get their hat handed to them if they're not. And it can help. That's for sure.
Rick, you had a little grin there when Knuckles.
Yeah, well, there's something to be said about a guy like that in the lineup that brings the rest into the battle from the standpoint of, okay, wakey, let's go. It's time to get involved, and those type of individuals, maybe limited in talent. Not to say that Nux was limited in talent, of course not, but certain guys are more effective in certain ways, and you need guys like that are energizing and bring a little bit of a different spin to your group. And I wish he would get in the lineup.
Rick, when you were playing defense, you must have been aware when a guy like Pezzetta was on the ice, right? Because he finishes every check, especially deep in the offensive zone.
Yeah, I mean, those are the roles of those guys, and that's how they survive in the league. And you get your head up and be ready, because he's coming, and that's good, and that's just, it's part of the game, and it's not fun playing against those kind of guys, because you have to be aware of them and just be ready to take a hit. To make a play. And there was a lot of guys that did a lot of things like that over my years that made my life not that pleasant to play defense.
He's not a poke checker. He's a body checker. He gets involved. He gets to the front of the net when the puck ends up back up top. And that team, again, is he going to make all the difference in the world? No, but he can help a team that is certainly in the position the Canadiens are in. Especially on the road.
Well, it'd be nice if we can see Pezzetta get back in the lineup at some point. Anyway, that's it for this Hockey Inside Out Show bonus episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the Hockey Inside Out YouTube channel. Go to MontrealGazette.com/newsletters to sign up for the Hockey Inside Out newsletter. And go to HockeyInsideOut.com every day, where you'll get all the latest Canadiens news. Meanwhile, if you have a bonus question you'd like us to answer on a future episode, please put it in the comments section below. We always like to hear your comments.